I know everyone's talking. Everyone's already bullshitting right now. You know.
Yeah.
Hold it. Doing the backstory.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what it is. We up in here. Mason Tapeless, MC Wiggs, Tommy Slapskin, DJ Mike. Yes, this is Mike's after party. And Lou Short just killed it. Y'all seen it.
Lou Short.
Tell, Mike, tell.
Lou Short just murdered the sound set.
Thank
You know what I mean? Murdered.
It's been a minute since I got to actually do some shit. So
Word.
appreciate y'all.
Let's give everybody a little bit just to start off some of your credentials. You've been in plenty of DJ battles.
Yeah. So just notables real quick. I was the 2019 second place U.S. Scratch Champ on the DMCs. And then 2017 Battle Lab Cut to Cut Champ. Shout out to Jay Pope. Shout out to Antrix.
We just had JP's on the other day, too. Yeah.
He's a homie, man. We got a song, actually. Shameless plug right now, but we got a song on J Pope's. It's Fisticuts.
Fire.
Bandcamp. A song called Hectic.
Okay.
I just did. Check that out. It's on Spotify.
Fire. Jay Pope had hired me.
Oh,
He was working at a dispensary in East Oakland,
Yep.
and he had hired me to do their big like 420 thing. I was so damn excited, and then COVID took that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I was supposed to. They asked me because I did a set over there not too long ago.
Okay.
Oh, at the...
Yeah, I forgot.
Biology.
Yeah,
How do you say it? How do you say it?
Right by the Coliseum.
Yeah.
We used to do an open session there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And,
They've been there a long time, man.
I don't know what happened. Like, well, then it kind of...
Well, COVID, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
setting everything down, man. That's why it's like I said, I've just been at home making music, making scratch music. It's been
Fire. How did you feel about your mix tonight?
awesome. Crazy all over the board, just because freaking, like I said, I've been kind of doing scratch stuff, making tunes, and then wanted to play some, just a little bit of everything, or a couple things, Latin stuff, some Moubaton,
Fire.
Moubaton.
Fire.
Yeah, some bass shit.
Right.
bass stuff.
Right.
And a lot of scratching.
Dope.
So
Yeah.
kind of crazy today, but
It was real dope set
Thank
though.
you.
It was real dope and entertaining all the way around.
All the way.
Mason and I were talking. Right.
yeah. I
Right.
was,
Mason and I were talking. We've got this show now every week. The DJ's just been something totally amazing, super dope,
And different.
but completely different.
Completely different.
You
too.
know.
That's been like the really awesome thing is just like
Right.
every person that comes is bringing a different vibe, a different sound, and it's been just dope, bro. You know?
Dope.
I'm loving it.
Bro.
I hope y'all are loving it.
Right. Right.
no, it's
Me
been,
too. Me
yeah.
too. Me too.
But no, man, so yeah, so I mean, when's the last time you had a real gig? Man?
no, I did this spot in kind of off the I won't say the name, but right when it kind of opened up again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did a spot up. It was in Hood, California, up along the river.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's off the what's that? 680, 380.
No. It's like you take 160. You know, the back roads of like you take the Antioch Bridge and you take the side.
Okay, no, I'm thinking Wood.
No, this
Wood, California.
is Hood, California.
Hood Cal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
that's out there, yeah, by like Ileton, right?
Yeah.
in the hood
yeah,
anymore.
Yeah. So I did. We did a. It was like a comedy show, really.
Okay.
Everybody had masks. It was cool.
Yeah.
Dope.
So that was actually nice, and then everything shut down again.
Yeah.
So
just
like in between time, I've just been making, like I said, scratch routines and practice.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same deal here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you can really do.
I was telling you earlier, Mace? I was saying to somebody here, I was like, right now, everybody's gonna get a scrap. I had a 4th of July gig. That's the only gig per se.
Yeah, that's right.
I've had shows online. Today I did 2 performances, recorded performances, with the band.
Yeah.
But there's not gigs right now. So everybody gets. I think it's just getting a little something. But
Their beak wet here.
I don't know when it's gonna really open back up though.
You seen any DJs, Tommy? DJs yet?
I haven't been on Twitch either.
No?
Yeah, no, Twitch is cracking, but it's just like
Crack-a-lagging.
Yeah.
I gotta unplug myself
Yeah.
and Facebook.
What do you
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think about
Yeah.
all these people going to Twitch now? I mean,
It's cool.
it's cool. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it does the same thing as everything else. You could go live, but then it's gonna block whatever copyright.
Right.
It's gonna happen on Twitch.
Regardless,
too, right?
no matter what
I
it
think
is.
After it goes live, right?
Yeah, maybe, but I think
it'll,
also it's how you. I mean, again, if you're just playing tracks, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Now, if you manipulate the song a little bit,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw some cue points on there,
Uh-huh.
flip it a
Chop it.
little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you might get away with it a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
all the top cats are getting away with shit because they're doing remixes and they're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be a little bit original.
Or playing original music.
Yeah, no,
like
straight up.
original beats they made or something. Because that's what I like to do.
That's what I do too.
Everyone sends me beats and I'm like, I play that shit so I don't try not to get.
Exactly.
Or I'll play some old ass boom bap, which I know ain't copyright.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, again, I think you can do you can play the instrumentals, flip the instrumentals.
Yes.
I mean,
But it's when the lyric, when they hear those voices,
yeah,
then
throw
they're like,
in
oh,
some acapella cuts,
Oh.
you know.
that Rockefeller gotta go, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you can't go
That
too
They need
radio.
your money.
Yeah, fucking.
You got to dig, man. You got to dig. So
Yeah.
it's getting back to that. So,
Yeah.
You know, I like it. It's weeding out a lot of these, dudes that just.
Just throwing
Yeah.
shit, throwing what everyone's been listening to for the last year, right?
That's why I love getting people's edits. Like to me, it's like I could be making edits, but there's a lot of people that I know that do dope ass edits, Basic, Cutso, Audio One.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to make an edit. And there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
same
load of
thing.
remixes, and you can just go through and find your cue points within those remixes
Mm-hmm.
and flip it. Like,
Yeah, I do the same exact shit.
Then you probably won't get caught.
Yeah.
That's the only advice that I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get caught all the time.
You know
Oh, yeah,
what?
no.
I've gone on Facebook
Almost
and
everybody
Instagram
does, no matter
both.
what. I mean, unless you're playing, like I said, 100% original beats you
shit,
made on
yeah.
your MPC or something, you're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly still don't know the exact formula. I've been on
Nobody does.
Instagram,
It's weird.
Facebook, both for multiple hours at a
Yeah.
time, killing it, rocking. And I've been on for 10 minutes or 30 minutes and
Yeah,
get
yeah.
blocked. One time Instagram blocked me so hard I couldn't even go on my whole account for like a minute.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
How often were you going live?
Hardly, not that often.
Really?
Maybe like once or twice a week.
I never go on but one time I definitely got kicked off, and then this last time I actually got to save it. I haven't uploaded it yet,
Yeah.
but that was cool. But I was doing mainly beat juggles, messing fucking around
Yeah.
just to kind of get acclimated and be on camera again.
Right now,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Fridays,
Yeah.
Like, when
like,
Mike,
kinda the
my boy
audience,
Mike,
like,
Yeah, exactly.
on Friday nights, my boy Mike White. Big shout out to Mike White. Mike and comes through on Friday nights and we jam.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
yeah,
just
Mike,
cutting
yeah.
up beats, and sometimes I'll just throw the live.
That's
on
the
while we
shit
jam.
though. That's
And
real.
I'm just cutting up beats,
Yeah.
and they just let me go.
Yeah.
that's dope because
yeah.
you have an MC. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Mike's
Yeah.
killing it. Yeah.
You can flip shit. They can talk while you're maybe changing tempos, or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
drop an
yeah.
echo out real quick and
Yeah.
back. You know what I mean?
I go back. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly.
Like having an MC is dope. I did bring it back with we were at the Warp Tour, and just messing with MCs at that time was just super sick.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Hoax, being my partner at that one. I've done a lot of shit. It's been a long
I
time.
mean, how do you
to be
feel,
DJ.
Wick? It's dope. I mean, when you jam with a DJ?
Oh,
or-
hell yeah, man. If they're doing that live shit, like cuts and stuff, it's like, I don't know, it seems like a lot star where I'm from, at least. I don't see a lot of people doing it, so when they do it, I appreciate it. It's dope.
Should bring
You
that
know what
back.
I mean? There's a lot of DJ press play motherfuckers and shit.
Right.
you know,
Yeah. No, that's what.
Flooding up the game, oversaturating the game.
Word.
Oh, yeah.
So anytime a DJ gets busy for real, I would definitely appreciate it.
Dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a lost art. I mean, there's some cats. There's. I mean, I ain't gonna say. Bay Area, we're always gonna have dudes that.
Well, yeah,
watch.
this is like homeless scratching.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
So I think that
Maybe
I ain't
outrageous,
gonna
but-
say that there ain't nobody out there doing shit, but
Yeah.
it does get a lot of controller.
DJ.
Yeah, and I hate to say I don't knock them because I really don't. I guess for me, I would knock someone who started with turns and went to that way. Then I would knock the person more. Then I'm like, oh, you really sold out. But like a kid who grew up around controllers and, you know what I mean? I mean, it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? If he's not really scratching, I mean, I don't hate. I don't. To each their own.
Fuck.
I use
I
controllers at
don't-
weddings.
Man, I just.
Right? Oh no, yeah, I feel you because you're not gonna scratch at a wedding.
No,
Why
we don't
bring
care
those
about
big
that
ass
shit at
turntables?
all.
I feel you.
I completely.
No, that's
I hated so hard on a controller, and our first guest on this show was DJ Network. DJ Network made me a believer in controllers, and he just really went back to turntables. He was on a controller for years, and he just would murder it. And I'd be like, "Fuck, okay, well maybe you can murder with a controller."
You can. I mean, like I said, it just depends on the DJ, how the type of DJ that you are.
Right.
Again, I'm like, I'm always all over the board. I like listen to everything. I grew up listening to rock, rap, funk, oldies, soul, reggae, house. Like, I started with house. So I'm always all over the board with my shit. So it's like you never know what you're gonna get when I play.
Right.
So I think that's like sometimes tough for people to like book me. Just like they never know. But I just try to cater to the occasion.
Yeah. Well, you rocked it tonight, man. It was a little bit of everything in your set.
Like I said, it was just.
That's what was dope
about
it.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Love the cuts, you know that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now we were talking about a few minutes ago before we start recording. Everybody was talking about Serato boxes.
Oh, the SL1 because I have two of them, and
I have one in my.
Yeah.
I got one right over there.
I had one.
That's what I
So I
started with.
started to tell y'all I didn't even get on Serato till like late 2011.
I would say probably I was close around there too, maybe 12, 13, somewhere around there when I got my first box.
Wow.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did Serato? But it came out like.
It came out 2006 or 4.
Yeah,
it came out a minute.
yeah, it was out. It was
got a
out.
minute.
I think it was.
I
already-
first
I
saw.
bought mine used. Yeah,
I
was
saw.
like, oh, hell yeah,
I
got
was
mine for
doing
like
a gig,
150.
and I
was
won't
like,
go back into the whole thing I was about earlier. But I was first DJing a gig about 04 in Berkeley, and these cats had what I've learned today is the Final Scratch box. And that shit. When I saw that,
Stanton.
Remember
yeah,
that?
when I
Remember
saw that, that
right.
was I'm gonna say mid-late 04.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, it was like I was looking at space aliens.
But I think
Right.
that was.
I was like,
maybe
what
early
the
03.
fuck is this? And then I'd forgotten about it.
Well, when I first heard, I was like, computer on your vinyl? What? Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
right.
Fuck
Exactly.
is that shit?
What kind of shit are
Crazy
they-
Men were on that.
Man.
Yeah, the
I was trying to
Allies.
explain it to somebody the other day in here. I think some lady or somebody who came through. And they were just still weren't getting it. And
Yeah.
There's
kinda
people that
dope.
still to
Yeah.
this day are like, what the?
You know, it's funny. Like, I always take my stuff to like family parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I'll get the uncle or whatever, and then I
Yeah.
just kind of tell them like, look, the vinyl basically just has a tone,
Yeah.
and all of the vinyl is telling the computer is how fast you're speeding up that tone.
That song
Yeah.
or whatever, yeah.
And all the music's on the laptop, so it's cool because I'm still using
Oh, hey,
I'm
right.
still using records.
I always say, for me, that's a poor DJ's dream. Like,
yeah.
I could never afford to go buy doubles.
I did that.
It's
shit for a
very,
long
You know what I mean?
very
I couldn't
expensive.
afford it, especially
Nah.
after I had kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Oh yeah. Well, now I can't do
I
that.
was saying that was like a poor. When I found out, all I gotta do is I could have doubles with everything.
Well, I'll give it this.
Man.
This is what I'll give to my
I mean, if you like to juggle, that was like I said, that was like a dream come true.
Oh, for
Right.
sure.
'Cause
For
you
sure.
could just
Instant double
download
that checkbox.
everything.
Instant doubles.
Right.
You know what I
Like
mean?
that
Well,
on.
for me personally,
Man.
I lost. Long story. We're not gonna get into today. I
Looks
lost
like
all my
Don't
records
know
about.
anything you're talking about.
Like, what y'all talking about, doggy?
You know,
Over
it's
there? I
like,
don't know.
yeah, that's dope.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's the Serato shit. That's
That's what everyone
they're like the little
uses.
plastic vinyl stuff.
That's- yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Ah, yeah.
the name of the program that runs
Oh,
all the
okay,
music.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I was.
I'm
so
learning.
there's other ones too. Like I use Tractor,
Tractor's
Ah,
another
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Right.
which is like another. They call it DVS.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, because you got a Z2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I was tired of plugging the SL1 in,
Fuck all this.
so I was like, man, I gotta buy another mixer.
Right.
But
That's
at that
Z2.
time,
The
yeah,
Z2s
the
are
50,
legit.
the
They're
57
solid.
was like 12, 15, I don't know.
Yeah, something like
16,
that.
Something like that. So I was like, nah, I ain't rocking that. I
That's-
can't.
what was the Z2 like 8 or 9?
I think it was
It-
7.
I got mine for like $7.99.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was like,
I
fuck it.
seen
like,
one
'cause
the
I
other day
seen-
for like 300. I was like, ooh.
they're
Yeah,
pretty
I have
dope.
too.
mean,
I've
you
looked
gotta
at 'em
learn,
before, too.
and you got to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of shit. If you like, so
Well, if you're into production, I
Yeah,
would say
no,
it's
it's
probably
hella
better
sick.
than
you can
Serato.
you can loop a loop. I
yeah.
like these drums. Let me get an 8-bar loop. You can drag and drop that loop into a cell real quick, and it'll
Yeah,
chop
yeah,
that
yeah,
loop
yeah.
and save the file.
Which one's this?
Tractor.
Tractor?
They ain't paying me, so. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Right.
no, it's a dope tool. Honestly.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. I
And you
mean,
can take a sample. I like this 4-bar acapella real quick. pop that in and it'll got the sample. Then you can take all the shit.
I mean, they're
whatever
both
DVS
good,
you
I
want
guess.
and
All
make
I
it
can say is they're
sample.
both good.
They're
Really.
both good.
They
I-
both have,
Serato's stable when you're rocking. Like tonight, like if I would have just had all the shit laid out and just rocked on Serato, it would have been
like close to
cleaner.
flawless.
Yeah, just
yeah.
So like Tractor, just like I said, it has pros and cons, just like anything. in
Everything
life.
else.
Anything
Yep.
else, yeah.
But I was always told it's good, like for studio recording. Like
It is
you can do
dope.
a lot.
What I do
you
notice
can-
is the
you
cats
incorporate-
that are tractor cats, they're
Yeah.
tractor cats.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not. I do
Oh,
not.
me neither,
I do
yeah.
not hate on. Like I can go and play on Serato. I have Serato on my laptop.
Right.
I think it's just more. You have to have your stuff laid out in Serato. I haven't messed with the extra tools
Yeah.
because I haven't been on there since I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of shit go. You know, again, I think any tool, as long as you know how to use
Exactly.
it, you can do whatever the fuck
Use
you
your
want.
That's,
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
know what
becoming
your-
a
what your
common
goal is.
theme on this.
Yeah.
It's not about the brand. It ain't
Nope.
about it being the newest. It's about like the machine and what the
Right.
you know what it allows the person to release.
What are
and
you?
make
Well,
and
actually, what are
create.
you trying to accomplish musically, or
Right.
on the turntables, or however? And what's the fastest way to do that before you get bored, and then you're not gonna
Man, cheers.
mess with it anymore, right?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like, cause I've had drum machines, and I'm like, goes under the bed.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
get bored of it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. You
I have.
he just bought an MPC.
I probably have super duper ADD. Like nothing in life. I've never like stuck with a lot of shit. Music one, turntables and scratching. Like
That's it.
I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like I learn shit every time. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still learning.
Yeah, it's
I know.
always learning, always.
Like you're good.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Well, see, that's
I
my
don't know
thing.
if
So
you can
I
quit
don't hate on
scratching. I love
controller
never.
DJs, but I'm like the cats that buy controller or DJ on a controller,
Yeah.
they don't get the whole experience, and they do get bored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That you don't
that's
get
true.
the whole DJ experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
A controller is really like portable.
Yeah.
No, you can go to the park and
Play
bust
some
that shit.
shit,
Again,
make
you're.
some
I
shit.
mean,
I'm not
you can
hating.
do like cue point messing. I mean, there's
I'm just
always.
saying.
More to it, I guess. Or,
I think that there's always like you can do like controllerism. Like there is like,
So you
dude,
got
you have 8
keypads
pads.
instead.
Yeah, dude.
like
I
a
mean,
drum
you
machine,
can-
almost, right?
Yeah, you can rock on.
Well,
a
I play
controller.
on the. I played on it.
Now
Yeah.
scratching, you're gonna get sharper cuts on vinyl,
Of course, like more accurate.
but you
yeah.
can. I mean, shit.
You can.
I've seen
can't-
guys
I'm not gonna
scratch
say
on
you
that
can't
thing
out-
I've
too,
scratched
yeah.
on my CDJs.
I've seen
you
like
know.
Shortcut scratch on that shit. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
I can't. I
In the
tried.
zone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he's Shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Guy's
Shout out
awesome.
to Shortcut.
Big shout out.
Beach
But no, I mean,
John Cruz.
even that though, for me, I use the, I got that, was it the Kai AMX? I use that with the portable when I go
Yeah,
out to the park.
yeah. That's dope.
So yeah, I can't, I don't think I'll ever make that leap to
You can't do that.
controller. No, I can't do that.
Oh, so yeah, you just take that
Get the
with
So I have the
Roland
little, yeah, the
505.
little
I
Newmark.
have a tractor vinyl.
You know what I
but
have?
haven't-
I have
I
it
have
too.
it.
Yeah, I have the 45.
But I haven't
Serato,
hooked
yeah.
up my because you can take a Z2. It's not, and then use a
Oh.
portable turntable. I've
Oh,
done it
okay,
like once or
okay.
twice. I tried to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
my own vinyl.
But it,
Came
the
out
Z2 has self power or no? Not self powered, right? You got
No.
No, you need
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Just you never seen it? That little Akai, that AMX.
That's self-powered.
Very tiny. It's really flat. It's very small. I'll show you. Tech
It's
guy.
like the Gemini one, right? Gemini has one, doesn't it?
Do they? I'm
I
not
think
sure.
so.
I don't know. But this one is it's like plastic. It's
Yeah,
very
going back
small
in time,
plastic.
Gemini don't
Yeah.
make shit no more.
You seen it? I showed
Which
you.
one is it?
That little small. It's a Akai
I've seen it,
AMX.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah,
It has
I
It's
know.
like this.
yeah, it's long kind of. Yeah,
It's
like
like
almost like
this.
an 06 Pro, but it's
Got
flat.
a right and a left, a little
Yep,
fader.
yep. And it has the Inno
It's like
fader.
this.
And that's
it has
DVS?
this Serato right into it, and it runs
How
off
much?
USB 150. You can hook turntables. I mean, I've
Yeah.
rocked it with regular sets.
I've
but,
seen other
you
cats
know, I
pick
use
up
it just
tables
to,
with it.
it's like the one I take when we go on tour, that little small
Oh yeah,
set.
that shit's dope.
Man, I've been in front of Hollywood on the Stars, in front of Chinese,
Killing it.
just
Nice,
killing it
nice,
outside,
nice,
like with that little small
Fire.
thing.
Really?
That shit's fire.
Can't wait to do shit
One of
like
the
that.
Chinos, I had to give a shout out to the Chinos. You know? But yeah, no, I like that little thing. It's dope. Like instead of taking all that heavy
portable
shit.
just in his hand. Like that's another whole aspect
Yeah.
of DJing that MC Wix is not interested in. But, But yeah, that you could just go anywhere. Like I go to like we go family vacation, Pismo.
Should have brought yours. Get him scratching right now.
I know, right?
No, I'd be
Little
like,
portable,
all
where's the
good.
portable
That's
at?
what we do usually. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he'll stay here with the portable.
And
Nah,
just
nobody
what,
would talk.
Nah, but yeah, no, the portable's definitely
Love
changed the
that,
game.
love it. You can go anywhere.
Changed the
You know
game.
what I mean? Yeah, like I said, I go
I
to
mean,
the
if
beach
you like
all the time with
scratching,
my family.
and then like for me, even mixing, like we've done big ass events,
And just
I've
on
used
them-
that
on
little
that
fucking
on that
thing. Fuck
AMX?
yeah, it's like this big, it's hella light heavy, fits in my backpack, gone. It don't have a mic. That's about the only downside it don't have. But
Yeah, but whatever.
I'm
whatever
usually
PA
plugged
you-
into
yeah,
a big ass board. You know what I
Whatever
mean?
PA
So,
you plug into.
nah, it's cool
Right.
because then like we'll be at the motel. They can
Oh,
be
yeah,
And
you
then,
cut it
yeah,
in
you
we'll be
the
practice,
fucking it
you
up.
straight practice,
I,
yeah.
I just bring one. I don't do two.
But if it's DVS, like that's on a whole nother
That's what
level.
it
You
is.
know what I mean?
It's
Because then
dope.
you could just DJ
it's
wherever.
a little 45, it's Serato. It's
That guy
fucking
right
sick.
there, right?
Well, that new mark and then the mixer is somewhere down there. Yeah.
Dope.
But even that mixer's small. You know what I mean? So if you take
Oh,
the portable
yeah.
right next to that, boom.
Oh
That
yeah.
little
Well, this
mixer
one's
right
like
there
hella
is a
flat.
beast.
Yeah, so it's small. Yeah, it's dope. It's really
Like I
dope.
said, man, DJing is so sick. Just the technology that
Yeah.
we
Oh,
allow. Like
speaking of
before,
that,
you know.
The first year they're gonna not have NAM. Huh?
Yeah.
That's
Just saw
I
that.
seen that too.
Wow.
No NAM. That's like the big event in LA.
Oh,
For
that's
all-
like a DJ event.
It's not
It's
DJ.
it's
It's
just
music,
event,
right?
Man.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, okay,
rock
They
like
and
got. They
all
usually
that.
have a lot of dope DJ.
Video
I went-
electronics, kind of. Yeah. Professional equipment, right?
Electronic porn festival.
Wait a
Is
minute.
it,
Woo!
No,
DJs.
that's in Vegas.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's in Vegas.
The Port Festival.
Yeah, I think it
Hard.
just is what it
It's
is, man.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
when
but
do
I
you
was like,
think it's
damn.
gonna be over? Fuck.
I don't know, man.
I don't
mean,
know, man.
soon.
2022?
In California, no time soon. I'm
2021.
gonna say that.
In the middle, huh? I'm thinking in the middle of next year that should be over.
Honestly, I
Hopefully.
think it depends who wins this election,
I'm hearing that shit on the political side too.
because that's what's gonna happen.
Like
Yeah,
after
yeah.
when is it? October, November?
November
right?
3rd, right? Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. After November, it depends on who wins.
Depends
It could
who
be
wins,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
If the same person's there, they're gonna keep it going. I think.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
If the new people come in, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, guess what? We got the vaccine. We're good."
Right. Who
Yeah,
knows
it's
what's gonna
kinda
happen?
wild.
It's
I
gonna be
mean,
some
like I
weird.
said, it's just-
Time will tell, right? I mean, it's gonna be weird, but
that's-
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's.
How do you feel the toll that this shit's taking on the DJ community?
Like
Crazy.
I said, man, it's been rough. Like I mean, I've always had a job, so I mean, I've always done it for the love.
Same.
So, but I'm sure the guys that do it for a living and got to live that life, it just must suck. But I think that you always should have some sort of other avenue or revenue, or avenue to make revenue.
Where?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But
like
see,
there's-
okay, because that's where I always tell him. I feel like that's where some DJs fall off is because they're too dependent on that money. Like
That's right.
Yeah.
they don't see it as creative love no more. It's like I have to go DJ these next 4 nights. Or I'm not gonna make it.
I've been.
You know what I mean? I know you've probably been there. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I don't get these next 2 gigs,
It's
something's
about.
getting
It's
turned off,
about
you
like
know?
okay.
Straight up.
Fridays. Okay, wait. Fridays 250.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Okay.
sitting
Oh,
there,
I'm
yeah.
making 4 Saturday. Okay. And then fucking.
Bills 5
I'm
something.
gonna do that little. I'm gonna
The
do that
wheels
little
are
$50 gig on Sunday night. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I've been there.
Yeah,
been
it's
there.
always,
Gig to
it's
gig to
always
gig.
grind. I mean,
Yeah.
like
That's
I
what I
said,
was, and I was telling you earlier. Like I went years killing
But
the
I guess
mobile,
that's
the
kind of
mobile
part
and
of the
private
game. They're
event
like
game.
paying your stride because then if you make it, you're gonna be making G's for one night, and that's
Right.
it. You could
Well,
literally do 1 or 2. You know
I
what
think
mean?
too, like at the time, and which I wish that I remember being in my 20s. I'm like, man, I ain't doing no motherfucking wedding. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
playing
yeah.
no Britney Spears. I ain't
Right.
playing none of that bullshit.
No Miley Cyrus.
Fuck that. But
I'm still like
you
that,
know what
so
I
don't
mean?
worry.
Like, but
I'm not even
still
willing to
like
admit
that.
everything
you do
I've
a
paid.
wedding,
I've played
you do
for money.
1 or 2 weddings in a weekend, bro. Like, and you get
Oh yeah,
that. You get
that's
that.
like more than a job. Most people, right?
you can make. You know what I mean? Like, you can make that money, and I.
But I always
legit
say
feel
this.
that right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I don't like the wedding DJ thing, but I always said this.
Available
I don't
for
know
bar
too many
mitzvahs.
famous wedding DJs.
You're right, but I mean the thing
I
is
know a lot
like
of
you don't
famous
have to.
DJs,
You don't
but-
like.
I
You don't
can
have.
speak for
Again,
You don't have to
myself.
stay
announce
there
it, but
too. There, yeah,
you're
yeah,
making that paper.
yeah,
to
yeah.
That's
do
what.
what the fuck you want later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm doing what the fuck I want now. I spent years private events, weddings, quinceañeras,
Yeah.
fucking,
See, I didn't do that.
bar
so
mitzvahs,
being real.
birthday parties,
Right.
every single age group birthday party, like every single
that's-
age group
Yeah,
birthday party.
yeah,
I
that's
know
just
you
rough.
have, Mike.
Those are the
I've
worst.
played
Those
all
are the worst.
every
The young-
kind of fucking
Oh, yeah.
music,
Oh.
But what I will say
What's
is
the worst that you
doing
do?
all that,
Real quick.
I had a 350 minimum, and I've made as much as 2
Yeah.
at a gig. You know what I'm saying? Average anywhere from 350 to 6. Average anywhere in that range.
Yeah, see, like,
And,
you can't knock that shit. And
I went
just
years
a
with
DJ,
that.
bro.
But after years of killing the fucking game, motherfuckers are like, oh, old school DJ Mike. I'm like, wait.
Ah.
So it got in my head. I'm like, you know what? Let me go start
hard
doing some hip
drives.
hop shit, do my shit, and it slowly developed. And I'm at a point right now. I'm not even tripping. I got a good job. Like you know
No,
what
see,
I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
that's how
doing
I've
my
always kinda
shit
been.
now. Yeah.
But yeah, like whoever's, you know what I mean, kind of, I mean, anyone who was dependent on DJ, like salute to them, because
Yeah,
I
word.
never, you know what I mean, like I never made that leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
I've
fully
always
did
kind of
either.
just, like, I've always had that mentality that I want to do this. This is the only thing that no one's gonna tell me how to do it, and like art to me, scratching was the shit. Like
Right.
turntablism,
Yeah,
scratching.
yeah.
I want to be able to manipulate a record, you know, on the fly. That's always been my main goal.
Me too.
So, you know, like I said, I've always had a job. Computers has always kind of been my thing. So, I mean, my job ain't like, you know, I'm not cleaning toilets or nothing like that. You know, if
You
you
said-
can make money DJing, you shouldn't complain, man. About any gig, really. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
DJing.
That's how I look at it at this
Saying,
stage in the game.
Well,
Tunes.
Yeah.
if
I've
you
reached
consider
a
yourself
point-
a DJ.
Okay,
Huh?
we talk.
If you consider yourself a DJ.
Yeah.
Word.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like again, I think.
'Cause,
Like,
you know, I
as
come
got
from that
older-
turntablist era too, where we don't even, some of us don't
Right,
consider
right.
ourselves
I
a
just-
DJ. But I mean, it is. You know
I've
what I
seen
mean?
a lot of big names where they've, you know, may have, you know, do this gig, and you're like, well, I mean, I've seen, you know, motherfuckers are like, I'm like, you know, well, fuck, like I'm gonna do a wedding too, like, it's a lot better than doing some other shit.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
where I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I'm not out advertising to do weddings.
Right.
As a time I would. There was a time I
But
did.
it comes. I mean, they
Well,
come.
But if
right now,
someone
yeah.
called me right now,
And said,
I'd say, okay, let's talk about it.
well,
You know what I'm saying? And I'll be over there in a fucking tie on and a jacket. And, you know
mean,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
Are you high?
Again, man, I just don't.
yeah,
I don't
no,
see
it's-
the like. I don't see the. Like I was just like I said, man. It's just progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
where
I
I'm at
said,
too.
I've
It-
done
it-
a lot of shit where, you know, I'm just like, well, fuck it. If I could get paid to
Right.
just play
I-
tunes.
That's how I feel about when I do the schools, when I teach kids in school. It's very blessed, but I really don't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I'm not the biggest kid fan. I got too many kids already.
I want to.
But I do it. You know, I'm like, the money's awesome. You know, what I mean, great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like you, Mike. If they told me more, hey, go teach your kids over here in Palo Alto, I'd be like, all right,
yeah,
have my
yeah.
check for me when I get back.
Right, right.
So I feel you. That for me, that was my most uncomfortable thing is teaching kids.
I'm at a point
Yeah, I mean,
with it now.
Especially
just,
little kids. Teenage kids are a little bit different. You know, they kind of in tune more, or they'll tune you out and go do what they want to do.
Right.
But when you got like 25 8-year-olds in the room, you're like, fuck.
Right, right.
And being up in Sunnyvale in the SCO, oh shit. God, I've tapped out the Boys and Girls Club up there. You know what I mean?
Teaching hip
Oh
hop.
my
Go into
god.
the car, kids. I'll be
Who's
right
this
back.
with? This is
Oh
with
my
Hip Hop for
God. I'll
Change.
be right back, kids. Y'all want to come with me?
And that's with who?
I'll
Hip
take
Hop
a
for
peek,
Change.
man.
Yeah, with the Hip Hop for
Okay,
Change.
okay.
Yeah.
But that's dope too. I mean, I'm honestly, I'm getting to that point where I think that, like, moving to that realm of teaching, like, I've
Yeah,
been doing
yeah.
it so long, and like I said, a lot of these kids aren't gonna learn what you know using a turntable. They're gonna be like,
Well, yeah.
"Oh, controller."
Nowadays, if they learn
Yeah.
DJing, if they type in DJing on their
They're
phone,
see
it's gonna be a controller.
controllers,
Yeah.
So,
What do
like, to
you What do
me,
you
dude.
think of places like that Beat Junkies Academy?
That's dope.
Oh,
I
that's
wish there
dope.
was
Yeah.
one out here. You know?
Unreal to me.
Yeah, like
Unfuck. In my day,
And they're getting it. It's
that
okay.
that would
Get it
that'd be some shit from Star Wars. Not even
right,
no such thing would ever fucking be. You know
a
what
DJ
I'm saying?
school.
right. Yeah.
A
No,
DJ
there was no
school. I
DJ
wish
school
there
when
was
I
a
grew
DJ
up.
school
See,
when
my
I got out
DJ
of high
school,
school, you know what I mean?
my DJ school was going to the party.
Yeah,
that
straight
was
up.
the DJ
Me too.
school. You know what I mean?
Kind of sitting there all night.
Yeah,
fucking,
looking at them,
I'm
looking at
looking at the
Qbert
chicks,
and them
but
when they
I'm
would rock
watching
in
the
Oakland.
DJ.
Like
yeah.
I was always in front row when ISP show.
I've
up,
snuck
you know
into
what I mean?
parties. Hey, in Hayward, I've snuck in when I was young. So I'm an old motherfucker.
You're not that old.
King
not
Tech.
that
I've snuck into parties. King Tech was DJing, and fucking shit, dope, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'd sit there and watch all those cats, Joe Quicks, out in Hayward, Joe Quicks and King Tech and them cats,
Yeah.
and I would just, man, bro, I would
Yeah,
sit there.
before
I'd
the
go to the
wake-up show,
party,
you know what I mean?
and I would
Way back.
stand the whole. That was the old school way you kind of watched. You didn't have books,
Schools,
magazines,
there was
videos,
no internet. Yeah.
nothing.
There
you
was
know.
no internet.
Yeah.
I just remember VHSs, man. Like the first.
yeah, yeah.
We didn't even
homie-
have that really yet. Not really.
Yeah.
I like when I started, I was trying to like be like a house DJ.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of Wild 107 mixes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow, 107.
Remember that?
So
Yeah.
there were like folks on 3 turntables at that time.
Right.
So I just started like following a homie of mine, and he actually gave me like VHSs of DMC shit, like Craze and the
Yeah.
Pickles versus X-Men.
Yeah,
And then that's
yeah.
where I was like, okay, that shit's crazy. That's what I wanted. You know, like
I wanna
just
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I wanted to do.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
And it just progressed from there. Like a Bad Boy Bill was like a house DJ that scratched
Right.
Okay,
I remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
hard, like like everything that he made. Then I found I started going to raves and shit, and drum and bass.
Oh yeah. Remember that? Yeah.
And
yeah.
then people rapping over drum and bass and like hearing scratches
That was
too.
like the
Like at
Rocker
that
T.
time.
Rocker T was.
I've been to some
back in
raves
the
with
day
some
when
sick fucking
drum and
DJs.
bass.
Yeah.
111 Minna. And,
Yeah.
Jamalski.
Yeah. Ritz and
yeah.
Flux.
No, you're making me feel old.
But that was the
Age is
shit.
coming
Like,
out,
to
Tommy.
me, like
How
that
old
was
are
the
you?
next shit about
Let's
like
go.
DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then, but yeah, like that's what we only had VHSs, and then eventually like YouTube. With the source, you had to read shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
It'd be like a little part of like the overview, the DMC competition.
Yeah, no shit.
Twice.
but
yeah.
For me, like graffiti magazines. Yeah,
they
they
came
would
out
have
with the
that shit.
magazine
too.
Yeah,
Scratch.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, you had to
Scratch
go
magazine.
find
I think
the
I
shit.
remember.
Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
And me growing up until 9, we had to make it out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was-
Antioch was kind of the same.
There was nothing
Yeah.
out there. You know what I mean? Like we had to go.
Antioch was kind of the same.
Yeah, we had to
shit.
get on
You
the
had to go to
train,
Oakland,
get on there,
yeah,
go to
or
Amoeba,
Frisco, yeah.
go to Berkeley or somewhere, find some videos. And,
Right.
Man.
So I mean, really, honestly, and also it was like by ear. You would buy CDs.
Yeah.
The Return of the DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
the bomb
I got
DJ
Return
or
of the
whatever.
DJ in
yeah, and I that's how I kind of learned the Sugar Fragger show.
The Sugar Fragger Show. Yeah.
Shout out
I'm
to
so
that.
old
Yeah.
when I started, right?
It was
Trying to tell you
before
this
that.
is
I'd
this,
listen-
No, I used
I'd
to
listen to,
listen.
like,
That's
Yeah.
how, like,
I'd listen to UTFO talk about Mixmaster Ice and Run DMC talk about Jam Master
There you
J.
go. Yeah.
And I'd listen to Curtis Blow talk about AJ Scratch,
Uh-huh.
Houdini, Grandmaster D. And so the DJ was like, in them old school records, the DJ was
Oh,
like
yeah.
on the
Oh, they
pedestal,
were
right?
put up there. Yeah.
So when UTFO came out with their first record, and it was like a vanity dresser, right? Like a girl's vanity dresser, and there was a picture, the 3 MCs, and then in a ninja suit on the bottom was a Mixmaster Ice with two 1200s and one of them rack mount, 19-inch rack mount new
Big old
marks.
one.
And I'm like, oh, that's what the DJ set up. So that was, this is how we didn't have. This is what we had. That was my introduction. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what it looks like.
yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? And then from there, just built. And then I remember being at the store, like seeing 1200s. Like those are the ones. You know, I'd see what Cash Money was using. I'd see what DJ Scratch, Jazzy Jeff, them cats were all using. And that's how I knew. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's I'm old, bro.
Yeah, no, that's.
But I
that's crazy.
noticed-
like, that's the
What
when
I-
you said the 19-inch mixer.
Yeah.
That, like I remember, at one point I was like, man, I'm so glad that I kind of came up in the Vestex or the Newmark.
I had
Like-
I had the
like-
Newmark 1900. It was I still have it. It's,
That's crazy. Like there was no way
got
you were.
1900.
I mean, you could, but it's like
But when
you were juggling like.
but,
Hey, oh, like
right? No, it was
Wanging
like
it.
this. No,
bow,
seriously, it was
bow,
like this.
swinging that.
It was
shit.
like this, and then it was like this.
Like Jam Master.
Yeah,
was
hey,
like this
somebody
and
give me
like
a hand.
this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
What up, Benny?
then I
Benny
started.
Two
Well,
Guns
Benny
in the
just
house.
stepped in the house, ladies and
Hey.
gentlemen.
Hey,
What's up, DJ
Little
Benny?
Short?
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
The cat drag.
But,
Hey, what's up?
Then I
Cat
started
Jack.
using Gemini Scratch Masters because I wanted them close together.
With the
Oh.
button.
Those things were
Oh, the punch button.
No, I
Oh,
think
the
that was
Transformer
Newmark.
button.
I
The
think
Newmark
that
had
Dude,
the
those
punch
things-
button.
Yeah.
those
I remember my cousin
Gemini
had that.
Scratch
Started
Masters.
Punch it. Ah.
Yeah.
They were good about a year. If after a year they were garbage, and in that year, you were gonna replace that fader at least 8 to 10 times.
If you scratched.
Yeah,
yes.
if you scratched.
Trust me, I
And,
did.
and March '96, I was the house DJ at the USA DMC in
Oh, nice.
Frisco when Swamp won.
With Swamp One,
Nice.
huh? Yeah.
And I was sitting there with my Gemini, my little set of records that I
Good,
put
good.
together. And Kubert walks up. He's like, "You're using that?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm on my Scratch Master. Like, he's like, "Hold on a minute." He brought that first 05 Pro,
Yeah.
the gray one. It was so
The gray
buttery
one?
smooth. I was
Oh, the great.
I was hitting the
original one,
fader
right?
too hard.
One
It
more
was
time,
bouncing
Tommy.
back.
Hit
It
me,
was
Tommy.
you know.
This
So
has
yeah,
a-
once the
this has
05s
a
came out,
gray
it was
05.
over.
I seen it at
That's
a-
probably the OG. That's
Yeah,
probably
it
like
has,
the.
It has the toggle switch on it.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Disc.
Yeah.
Just bring it up.
Where you at, Disc? We still waiting on you, Disc. Big shout out, Luis. Where you at?
Hey,
Yeah, he's
as
losing.
we were talking about earlier, last week in True's mix, who was he dissing?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Let's
Was it
talk
you,
about
huh? Or
this.
somebody,
True
you brought
Justice,
it
what's
up.
up, my
Dissed,
brother?
DJ Spare of the Oakland.
DJ Spare,
I
yeah.
don't know about all that. I mean,
Oh, I don't know. We got to get True. We go get you back
We
on
gotta
True.
get True
We
back
gotta- we
in
gotta
here to
hear
talk
it.
about
fucked
this.
with the faders.
We gotta
We
hear
were
about it.
too lit and didn't even pay
DJ Spare?
attention to all that.
No,
You know,
what
till
year- yeah, what year was
afterwards.
that? What year was that? Beat?
Right now, last week. On
Last
you didn't
week.
hear it?
On last
On
week's
this
show.
set.
It was right in the beginning.
You got to watch
Yeah.
it.
Spare, yeah.
And he went in for a minute.
At first, I remember when
He
we were
rode
recording
on that
it,
shit.
I was like standing there and I was like,
Yeah, me
I'm fucked
too.
up. I'm probably hearing
Yeah,
like
right.
something else. Fuck something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
no,
like,
no. I was like,
we
yeah.
ain't tripping.
I
I
trip.
mean-
Hey, shots fired. Spare, come on, Spare.
Come on,
Bring
come
it
on. Where
Bring
you
it,
at, my
Spare.
brother? Get at your boys.
Come on, we'll let you get a set, Spare. Come on.
I'm one of those
Yeah.
guys where my name's Paul. That's between. You know. No, but like I said, I've the Oakland Faders. Spare used to come to the B-side record shop. That I used to,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've done shows with a show with True Justice. I think he was on the Bring It Back at some point.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I think he did. You know what I
you're right,
mean?
you're right.
So like I said,
He was on
I
that for
try
a
to
little
be
bit, yeah.
neutral in the DJ community because you know what I mean.
Gotta be.
Oh,
Especially
gotta
if you're like a
I
real
got-
one, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
I try to be neutral. You know what?
Yeah.
You're dealing with music.
I got-
Yeah, it's
I've
like-
been
it's like-
praised-
like music's supposed to make you
I've
happy.
been
But-
praised
but-
and hated on. I just
But
do my thing.
we
You
don't
know
know.
me, I've been around a lot of people. Shit happens. Like,
yeah, we don't know
exactly.
what happened. So,
Yeah.
It's
We don't know.
ego.
but I just
Yeah.
thought it
But
was like,
Spare,
wow,
you're welcome to come tell us.
Spare,
Spare.
please come down. You're welcome to come down. We'll even feed
Come
you.
rock an hour
He's
set.
in
We're
Vegas,
waiting.
right?
I don't know.
Is he in Vegas?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's in Vegas,
Oh
man.
shit. Well, when you come to the Bay, Spare, hey, let's talk about
I
it.
said, I got respect for Spare, bro. He
Yeah,
just
it's
like
all
went out to
good.
Vegas and
We're
killed
gonna
shit,
get
you
to
know?
the bottom of that
It's
one.
not
I
easy to
promise.
make it in Vegas. A lot of DJs out there
There's
too.
a lot.
You know?
Yeah, there's
You
a
know?
lot.
Word.
I
A
mean,
lot
that's
of top
a
paid,
lot of top paid. Yeah,
Ableton
Yeah.
preset.
Spare's on the radio in Vegas, yeah.
See, yeah.
yeah.
So
Hey, I was
respect
out there.
respect to the both.
I was
you
out
know,
there
they're just on the,
visiting
end,
my
the
kids.
separate ends of the
Say what?
spectrum.
What'd you say, man?
I was out there visiting my kids, and I'm
Oh.
just listening to commercial radio in Vegas. DJs are on there cutting up and scratching.
Yeah,
and
that's
mix.
probably that was like I said, man.
That shit
maybe
ain't going on over here on KML.
there's a hey
Fuck
the
no.
Vegas scene, man. Like there's a lot of scratchers too. There's Scratcher Las Vegas. There's
They got the
Presto.
one-stop shop
yeah,
there too,
Spare,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
Scratch
Rubber.
Pad
I mean, it's
Las
the
Vegas,
entertainment capital of the world. So
Yeah, I
of
mean,
course.
there's a lot of scratch heads out in Vegas, man. So it's like, again, there's just two ends of the spectrum. I've always, to me, I always respect any DJ that can hold the whole ball of wax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to kill any party that you get thrown into, as long as you know what you're getting thrown
Just
into.
be a party rocker.
long as
Because
you know what you're getting
there's been a
thrown
lot of
into.
surprises in life,
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
DJ
Right.
career.
100.
Your
That's
swag.
real.
You know, you got to know what, you got to ask, too, because a lot of times, they're asking me to DJ, and I just walk in and not
That
ask
goes.
nobody what they want
That
to
goes
hear.
Yeah.
back to what I was talking about earlier.
No
When
request.
this is
Yeah,
my
you
rap.
know, you might not.
This is what I tell them.
Might not
Because
get booked
you
next
gotta
time.
come with the rap. You gotta make sure
no, you
in
have
your
to go over
spit
every
you
single
cover
spiel.
their bases.
For real.
Like
Play
you know
anything.
what I'm
Pump
saying.
any.
It's like a way it's done. What are we doing here?
Oh, you ready, Mike?
I'm gonna take a.
Oh,
telling
yeah,
you.
yeah. Go ahead,
You
go
want-
ahead.
You want cold
I'll
War?
be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the after party. DJ Mike and friends.
Hey, you know how it
The
goes
after
down.
party. We got Lou Short on here tonight.
Yeah.
He's taking a break.
Yeah.
Mr. Tablers, DJ Benny, Tommy Slapskins.
Oh, yeah.
Yours truly, DJ Mike, Southside Hayward on mine with my blue ass shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna love that one. They gonna love that one.
You can check us out on at Cut It Up Music on YouTube.
Are you a Republican?
I am not a Republican, nor am I a
What the
Democrat.
fuck?
Right. So what are you?
What kind of
Not
question is
even
that?
get
I'm the
it
third eye.
started.
I'm the third eye family.
Don't even get me
Benny.
started.
You don't even
I know,
understand.
dude. I know.
Oh, you got. Hey, you can't even keep your glasses on.
Well.
Fucking Benny. We up in here. You know what it is. Mike's after party. You know how it gets. Might get a little wild. Might get a little wild.
Might get a little wild. ladies and
Benny
gentlemen.
might get a little
Might
wild.
get a little vaped.
Benny might get
Vaped.
wild
Is that a word? Vaped.
I seem a little out of it tonight. Not
Well,
just the weed.
You've been busy
I
man
played
today, right?
two 1-hour sets with my band today out in the sun.
Out in the sun, and it was in the sun.
In the,
It was
Was
baking
out
in the
today
sun.
California.
What's wrong with you
Baking
guys?
this motherfucker.
baking. I was baking.
Baking, boy, like.
So we
ooh-wee,
here tonight.
right.
I stayed to bang this show out.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna shower, and I'm gonna go to bed.
Sounds like a
You
good
know?
plan, right?
And
Cold shower?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, most likely.
Cold shower.
Lou Short's back, y'all.
Yeah.
Lou, how
sir.
can people find you? How can people get a hold of you?
So on Instagram at LouShort925, Facebook, the real DJ Lou Short. I think there's another Lou Short somewhere,
Damn.
but it has nothing to do with DJing,
Damn the other
and
guy.
I could not get
No
Lou
way.
Short.
Yeah.
So it's the real DJ Lou Short. But if you find me on Instagram, that's the best place. I'm not really on Facebook that much anymore. It's become ugly. So,
Facebook
or if y'all
definitely
want
is.
to, talk business, booking Lou Short at gmail.com. And I'm trying to get a website up, at least by the next
What
year.
about Tinder?
No, I'm married.
What about Tinder?
I'm married, man.
Married man, he said. No Tinder here.
No Tinder.
And I'm
Hey, Mike
old,
and
so
friends
it's
after
like
party, yeah.
I
Right.
don't even know what to do on that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
God.
Married with children, man. Al
Hey, we
Bundy.
wanna-
G-O-D.
We want to thank you for blessing us today.
Hey,
brother.
man, thank you for having me, man. Like it's been
Dope.
like just by come through and do what you do and
Yeah.
Gotta come back and just session. We'll just scratch
yeah,
the
no,
session, bro. I
for real.
Catch
got
a
room.
vibe.
We'll set up. No problem.
real.
Yeah,
For real,
definitely.
real.
And if I definitely need a spot to record. So
Oh yeah,
Right.
damn. I guess we can do that.
like I
all
said,
day, yeah.
Here we are.
I put
You're in the right building, my
We
friend.
are
Thank
in
you,
the-
yeah,
we're
for
definitely
sure.
in the right building.
I dropped a couple of like I said, the set the vibe one right in the beginning, and then the I don't even know what it's called yet, but I got a few scratch
Yeah, yeah.
things that I want to really drop. Get hopefully an EP. I've been talking shit for a long time, and it's like but kids and life.
It's very,
Throws a big wrench in.
Very.
shit, but
I mean, I love them,
Very
man,
good.
but yeah, it's you
Very.
got to pay attention to them, especially
Yeah.
this
Real.
time because they're young, and these times, because shit's
now these times, not those times. Now these times, right?
Straight
Like,
up, man.
but
Like, take care of your kids. If I can,
Word.
if you have a
100.
kid, take care of them motherfuckers.
for real.
Um,
100.
Train them to be DJs.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Train 'em to
like,
be
I love like
party
honestly,
rockers.
party
I'm
rock.
glad. I'm so happy for hip hop that I just grew up in that time because I never really related to a lot of people in
What
Things-
class are you? Class of what? Like I'm
96
class of
yeah,
90.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
You grew up on that
hip hop.
that
Yeah.
golden,
Boom bap.
golden.
That's boom bap.
I seen
Wu-Tang,
and then
pretty
you've
much.
seen
Wu-Tang,
that
Mobb
towards the
Deep,
end of the
Gangstar.
90s you've seen that transition
Oh yeah.
of commercial and just like
Yeah.
that's where like why I got into house music was it was like I couldn't I wasn't really about money and bling bling
You're
and
a
all
party
that.
rocker,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It was fun but like I didn't have no money so
Do it for the head nods and the happy feet, right?
straight
Right,
up but yeah like got into underground after
Yeah,
that
nuts.
Fire.
I mean I just love music and just like to play it. So and just see what I can do with it.
Word.
So it's a beautiful thing, man.
Fire. Well,
Thank
we're
you, sir.
grateful to have you on here today,
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you.
One more time, Lou. Tell them how to get a hold of you, brother. How they
Again,
can
at
find
Lou
you.
Short, 925, with no in the middle. So Lou Short 925 on Instagram, and then booking loushort@gmail.com.
We're married, ladies. We ain't doing Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I'm
Tinder
not
here.
married and I'm not doing Tinder. I
No
did
Tinder.
meet a chick on Tinder and go out with her one time.
How many you got on Tinder?
Hold on, we gotta
Oh, put
Here
him
we
on.
go.
Put
Benny
him-
said he got
Capital
too
F
many,
Street.
Like,
Capital
oh,
F
shit.
Street.
get.
Hey, he ain't got no kids. He ain't married. Right? Making it rain.
Oh, not the glasses. I love it. Oh, my
real.
God.
It's
Hey,
real, ladies and
y'all
gentlemen.
know what it is.
She's making it rain.
Face the tablers.
Hey, DJ Mike's after party. You know.
DJ Benny, Tommy Slapskins, ladies and gentlemen, our
Lou
special
Short.
guest Lou Short.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Bruh.
Thank you, man. For real.
Cut It Up Music on YouTube Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific. You can check the whole mix out. You can check everything out.
Catch a vibe.
DJ Mike, Southside Hayward on mine. We want to thank y'all for checking us out. Peace.
Right on.
Peace.